12 lives have been lost here in Louisiana due to the flood, and although victims have lost almost everything, many say that they are blessed and thankful for the items donated. Muchos estudiantes tienen la oportunidad para aprender nuevas culturas y lenguas. In other words, many students have the opportunity to learn about different cultures and even new languages. The animal shelter has been under construction since the 1st of February, but due to a 2-month rain delay, it's not expected to open up until the beginning of August. If you dream it, you can achieve it. Both artists have used cultural inspirations and former thoughts to help develop their collection and are always searching for new ideas. Alpha Chi Omega believes in helping women find their strength and strives to make a difference in not just the community, but the world. They believe that they will be the sorority chosen to join the Panhellenic Council here at Troy University. Hello and welcome to Troy Trojan Vision News for August 29th, 2016. I'm Rachael Wilkerson. The partnership between Troy University and the Alabama World Affairs Council is bringing a well-known speaker to start their programs on the Montgomery campus. 141 passengers from Scotland to New Jersey on Saturday. CBS Jonathan Vigliotti reports from London.
Well, it's been a hot and humid day today, and fingers crossed that we get some relief.
That's right, Samantha. I'm hoping we can see things cool down later this week. What's tomorrow looking like, Sarah?
I'm just trying to get you guys some more help, okay?
In August, prolonged rainfall in Louisiana caused catastrophic flooding, submerging thousands of homes and businesses, and victims are still in need of water and other supplies. The local Christian Love Center partnered with Troy University Athletics to gather necessities, and Thursday, members of the CLC headed to Denham Springs, Louisiana to personally hand out some of the items collected and to hear victim stories.
It's one day at a time, and the church across the street, they've had a lot of volunteers, but it's a lot of people coming together. It really is. Regardless of the tragedy, everybody's making the best of it, keeping a smile.
12 lives have been lost here in Louisiana due to the flood, and although victims have lost almost everything, many say that they are blessed and will continue to rebuild.
As soon as the flood happened, everybody jumped right back into it. Everybody's doing the same thing together. We don't worry about race, we don't worry about blue, we don't worry about none of that. We just we put it back together, we all come together, and it's kind of humbled us a lot.
And then our house flooded, so we stayed on all the mattresses that night. Thank God it didn't flood too high to the box springs. And then in the morning, our neighbors came and got us in a boat.
One victim says the community has set personal differences aside to join together and bounce back from the recent tragedy.
We can put everything aside of whatever your stature is, whatever your beginning education, what you do for a living, it don't matter. You know, we all doing what we got to do to get back, and it's tough, but it's what we do.
The remainder of the items collected will arrive in Baton Rouge on Tuesday. Reporting in Louisiana, Rachael Wilkerson, Troy, Trojan Vision News.
You're welcome, you're welcome.
Although the bill is still up in the air, Governor Robert Bentley said on Tuesday that a special election could be called, and many Troy students feel that Alabama residents' opinions should matter. All this week, high school band students from all over the nation are in Troy for the Sound of the South Summer Music Leadership Camp. The program has been going on for 45 years, originated by Dr. Long. Students are instructed by alumni that have been a part of the Sound of the South program. Mark Walker explains what exactly the camp is.
We have roughly 600 participants on campus, and they are in the concert band. We have a drum line, we've got color guard, majorette dancers, and drum major classes.
The students are divided into groups across campus to practice separately to prepare for what is to come on Thursday.
Our final show is in Sartain Hall on Thursday. The band will play a concert, and then the drum majors will perform, the color guard will perform, the drumline will perform, and then the majorettes and dancers will also perform.
Troy University's 5-day band camp has taught students how to have better technique, as well as being able to march in heavy equipment, such as this right here.
At first, it hurts because you're still kind of tired and half asleep carrying the drum, and it sits right here, like right above your waist. So all the strain's on your lower back, but after a while, like your muscles start to relax, and then it gets a little bit easier.
Mobile journalism is an elective course and is taught by Robin Taylor. Well, Samantha, a few dragons were spotted in the Alabama River in Montgomery this weekend.
That's
The world's most famous basketball team, the Harlem Globetrotters, entertained the crowd in their retro uniforms and brought smiles to people's faces as they celebrated their 90th anniversary Tuesday night in Trojan Arena. The team combines their athletic talent with comedy to perform for the fans, and they currently have 3 different teams touring the United States.
I never expected the Harlem Globetrotters to come to Troy. I mean, they're so big and they're awesome and everybody around the world knows them. It was amazing.
The fans were overjoyed to see such a timeless event here in Trojan Arena. One fan even got to watch his parents live on the floor.
My mom and dad got pulled out onto the court. That was funny. My mama had to kiss them. I'm like, what? And my daddy had to go out there and dance with the player. It was real fun. I got a ball from my brother. They made a lot of people laugh. It was like a fun family show, you know, and it's real cool. I would love for them to come back to Troy.
Fans couldn't believe that the Globetrotters were in Troy and enjoyed the rare experience.
I enjoyed watching all the tricks they did and how they dumped stuff on people and everything. It was all great.
For those of you who missed out on the opportunity to witness the Harlem Globetrotters, they will be playing in the Dothan Civic Center January 13th at 7 p.m. Rachael Wilkerson, Troy Trojan Vision News.
Now, the latest in Trojan sports on Troy Trojan Vision News.
Are you ready for some Trojan action? Well, you don't have to wait much longer. The Troy volleyball team hosts its first home game of this season tonight in Trojan Arena at 6 p.m. The Trojans are currently 1-2 after a 3-game series last weekend in Tennessee, and tonight's matchup will be against Southeastern Louisiana. The Lions hold a 6-1 series lead over Troy and defeated the Trojans in the last meeting between the two schools last year. The Trojan volleyball team will begin its season in less than 2 weeks. But before the Trojans compete against University of South Carolina Upstate, they'll get to have a little fun and face off against older Trojans in Saturday's alumni game. Fans, are you ready to hear about what's going on in the sports world? Well, the Troy football team has played 2 physical 4-hour games against some tough teams and weather conditions with almost 500 plays in 2 weeks. But all of the physical action has paid off after battling against Clemson and Southern Mississippi, and head coach Neil Brown says that the team has definitely built its confidence. But the biggest thing now is to keep the Trojans healthy for conference play this weekend against New Mexico State.
Conference opener, New Mexico State. Excited about starting this conference season at home. You know, we talked about 3 preseason games. We're sitting here 2-1 with a near defeat to Clemson. So proud of how our guys performed in the preseason, and it's time to play the games they're going to count.
The Trojans will kick off against the Aggies at 6 p.m. in Veterans Memorial Stadium. The Trojan volleyball team is now on a 4-game home opening winning streak after they dominated on the court, defeating Southeastern Louisiana last night in Trojan Arena. The arena was full of eager fans, and head coach Sonny Kirkpatrick says that it's always special playing at home. The Trojans started the game strong with a 29-14 lead, but they just couldn't keep the momentum going.
We led this game. We had a lead early on. I thought we were fresh. I mean, it was from a mental standpoint now. When
Troy put 4 shots on goal, but couldn't find the back of the net for just the 3rd time in the last 20 games. Trojan senior Mickey Lewis had 6 saves in the game, her highest total of the season. Troy is now 4-3 and will hit the road on Friday to compete against Mercer. The Troy volleyball team had a lot of action over the weekend as they hosted the Trojan Invitational. Troy dominated on Friday as they sweep Southern Louisiana 3-0. Later that night, the Trojans rallied back and forth against Valparaiso but couldn't keep the momentum going and fell short 3-1. The tournament wrapped up on Saturday as defending WAC champion New Mexico State defeated the Trojans 3-0. Both Valparaiso and New Mexico State were top 100 teams, and head coach Sonny Kirkpatrick says the team made plays, but in order to reach the next level, they have to figure out how to beat the tougher teams. And what better way than to play them?